Hello everyone. We are discussing about the engineering curves. So this is the introduction of the curves. In the introduction, we have discussed in some previous lectures that is ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, involute and cycloid. So how to draw that curves by the process is explained in previous lectures. Now in this lecture, we'll focus on the remaining two curves, that is the spiral and helix. Now, the problem statement is that draw a spiral of one convolution. At that time, distance of PO is 40 mm. Now, PO means what? The radius of that, and that means diameter is 80 mm. And we are drawing here a 80 mm diameter circle. Divide this circle into some equal parts. Then same number of parts for the OP distance or PO distance. If we are dividing circle into 12 equal number of parts, then divide OP into 12 equal number of parts. Or if we are dividing circle into 8 number of parts, then divide radius into 8 number of parts. Not like this 8 or 12. Don't do like this. Then take O as a center, O1 as a radius, then draw a arc up to the first line. We get first point. Similarly, take O2 as a radius, O as a center, draw a arc on up to the 2 line. Then similarly for 3, for 4, for 5, for 6, for 7. And then mark the points, join all the points. Then we give the naming of that all the points P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, CP7 up to P8 and join all the points, we get the spiral like this. This known as a Archimedean spiral. Then if we have to draw for the two convolutions, at that time, if we are dividing the circle into the 8 number of parts, at that time we have to divide the radius into 16 number of parts. That means double, because we have to draw the two convolution of the spiral. For the one convolution, we have seen that 8 number of parts of the circle, then 8 number of parts of the radius. If for the two convolutions, if 8 number of parts of the circle, then 16 number of parts of the radius. Then take one point at that time. First one is there. Draw a arc at that time O as a center. Similarly for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now half that one convolution is completed by the that point which is moving around this. At that time point is at 8. That means radius is half cover and the starting radius is covered by the point. That means half distance covered by this point. Then for the remaining half you can see like this. So trace all the points up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 up to 16. Join all the points. Then we get two convolutions for the spiral. How to draw the two convolutions of the spiral? Getting this is very important in case of the spiral. If 1.5 convolution is there, then divide this radius into 12 number of parts. If circle is divided into the 8 number of parts. This is very important. Give the naming to each and every point. Then helix on a cylinder. How to draw the helix on a cylinder? So problem statement is that draw a helix on of one convolution upon a cylinder given 80 mm pitch and 50 mm diameter. So divide this into 8 number of parts, height of the cylinder and same number of parts for the diameter of the base circle. Now we can trace the point here. Similarly, one draw vertical line from each and every point from the top view and which is intersecting to this point at here one wala one up to one intersecting at here. Draw vertical line from two which is intersecting to the horizontal two. Similarly for three, four, that half portion is covered by the point around the periphery of the cylinder, and at that time half height is covered as well as half distance is covered. For the one convolution again we have to draw vertical line from 5 which intersecting to the horizontal 5. Similarly from 6, 6, 7, 7, and which is end at P8. So join all the point. Now why there is dotted line from the P4 to P8? You can see here P4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the back side of the cylinder if observer is looking from this side. That is, this is the front view direction. Then P4, P5, P7, and P8 point is at back side of the cylinder. So that we have to draw that by the dotted line. How to draw the helix on a cone? Divide the cone base by the 8 points or circle. Divide into 8 number of points. Then similarly for the 8 parts for the this vertical height, then take vertical line and join this apex which is intersecting to 1. Similarly 2, 3, 4, joined all the points, we get the curve. Give the naming to this all points, then join the curve. In this case you can see here there is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6. In that, P4 to P8 is at the back side of the cone, so that show that by the dotted lines. Dotted lines is the invisible lines. That means that backside portion is invisible for the observer. That's why we have to show that by the dotted line. Thank you.